This is Chessie from the future. Um, as I am editing this video and finally recording it, I would like to say a few words before I begin, before I let the video start. Um, I apologize for not making any videos, for not uploading the last few days because I got busy with my health. Wait, no, I had health problems and I got busy with college. I'm still trying to get used to it. Uh, and I wrote the script last week, so there will be, well, no, not changes. I will be saying things that happened last week, so I apologize in advance. But other than that, I hope you all enjoy the video. Hi, welcome to another video. Today, as promised, I bring you guys a tutorial on how to use Ibispaintx. A disclaimer before I begin the tutorial: I would like to apologize if I missed anything. I am making this on the evening of my first day in college, and I am drained and tired. But I will still try to be as detailed as possible. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. To start us off, I am assuming that you already have Ibispaintx. But if you don't, then just open up your App Store or Play Store, then search up Ibispaintx. The app is available in both iOS and Android, so you really shouldn't worry about what kind of device you use. So after you've downloaded it, open the app. There are three things on the screen that you should focus on, because the thing at the bottom, I will explain that later. So for now, tap on My Gallery, and as you can see, at the bottom of the screen, you have a plus, the information thingy, a sideways triangle, a share thingy, three dots, and an edit button. See, I tapped it. Stupid. Um, you really shouldn't worry about those. So just press the plus button, and then you will see different sizes for your canvas. I suggest using HD because it's HD, but I will choose the customizable one because I'm comfortable drawing in this size because I'm making this on my phone's tiny screen. So press OK, and now you're met with confusion, and it's okay. The first time I used this app, I was heckin' confused and I didn't really know what to do. So to start us off, I will introduce you to the things you can press and the things that will be useful. On the lower part of the screen, you will see 7 things you can press. The first one on the lower left is the return button for the brushes you use. It cycles between the brushes you are currently and previously using. So this is the brush that I'm using, so I can cycle to there and then go back. So the third button is reserved for the brushes you can choose from. Although you do have to watch an ad if you want to use the rest of them, personally it's fine. I don't really care as long as I get to use the other brushes. And they have to make money, so. If you see the squares, besides the brush, you'll use it, sorry. If you see the squares here, these guys, they're really there to preserve your brush size. So see, I have this. Try it free. If you watch a video, you can use all paid brushes while the fix and turtle. Anyway, so like let's say I'm gonna draw a character. So prop there, eyes, and then I want her to have thick lips, but then I don't want to lose this brush size. So you just tap on the square beside that and then change the size. And also this one is the opacity, and basically it just changes the opacity of the brush. So if I use that, see, it's like kind of grayish, but then if I layer it, like it's darker and darker. And let's go back, And then let's draw the lips. There, she has thick lips. Oh, I want to go back to the other brush. Okay, and there, and then there. I suggest that, no, this is really good if you're making a comic or manga, and you have to have different size brushes for sketching and outlining. And then the center one, the one that I keep accidentally pressing, is your colors. You'll see that when I tap on it, it has a color wheel and all that jazz. And I don't really know that much about the color wheel, to be honest. So I might put links down in the description for YouTube videos I suggest that you watch to learn more about the color wheel and color theory and all that. The next one is this arrow button. Yeah, that basically just hides things so that you'll have a clearer view of your canvas. After that is the layer button. Once you tap that, you'll see many things there, but do not worry, I will explain them. The first thing you'll notice is the layers on the center, and as the name suggests, these are your layers. If you press the eye, it hides whatever it is you have on the screen. And on the left side, you can see buttons again. If you press the plus one, it will add another layer. If you press the plus button inside a square, it will duplicate your layer, so there. And then add layer from canvas is basically duplication, just with a fancy name. Next one is the Invert pictures. I'm not going to do that because you might see pictures of me and I don't want that to happen. I'm so sorry. Next is the flip. Yeah, so you can check if your drawing is anatomically correct, or if there's anything wrong with it, you can use that. Or you can use that to change the pose. Change where your character is facing. Anyway, on the right side, on my right side anyways, this thing here is clear layer, and it clears out the layer. So there, it's clean. Let's see, let's duplicate that again, and then boop, let me hide this one here, and let me clear that, boom, and there. This one is the same flip, this one as well, it's a flip. This one is invert layer color, and I'm not gonna explain that here. Sorry, stupid neighbor is so loud. Again, I'm sorry, they're very loud. And this one inverts the color. I'm not gonna explain it because I'm dumb, because I'm a dummy dumb. I have small brain, but I might. Just comment down below. Next is the transform layer. You can move your drawings or whatever you want. You can also have perspective form and mesh form and you know, all that. Sorry, I have to stop recording for a bit because my neighbors are loud. Sorry, excuse me. Let's see, on this one, I still won't explain this today, but you know, I'll explain it if you guys want me to. Just tell me, comment down below. Anyway, the alpha lock is quite useful, especially if you want to color the outline of your drawing. So just tap that, and let's see, let's choose another color. I want pink, but that's not really pink, but there you go. And basically what happens is, if I color that, the only thing that's affected is the thing that I'm drawing. There. And it's pretty similar to clipping. So only the way clipping works is you have to have another layer on top of it. So if you do that, then boop 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 there. And with alpha lock, the only thing that's affected is the one that's on your layer. You don't need to make another layer. Yeah. Anyway, this one here is the blending modes, and they're pretty useful. But again, I'm not going to explain them right now because it will make this a very long video, and I don't really have the time and pleasure to make a long video. And screen tones, yes. Screen tones, you can use them if you're making, if the style that you're going for is manga-ish, you know? If you've read manga, then you'd understand what I meant. Anyway, let me check the script. Which one am I now? I was rambling. I wasn't really reading. Oh yeah, the selection layer. Okay, so the selection layer is, let's say you want to select something very specific in your drawing. Let's say, let's say I want to select her lips, so I just do that. And then when I come over here, and oh wait, no, I'm sorry. There, and then I go to another layer, then that her lips are selected. There. Whee. And then you can also erase it actually. Boop boop. There. Oh, let's see, let me check. Where am I? Okay, so we're done. We're almost done with the bottom. Let me just go up here at the top. You know, I'm just gonna finish the bottom. So this one here is kind of like a utility button, and it basically has everything. So y'all better pay attention because I'm gonna try my best to explain. So when you press the button, you'll see a lot of things. So the first thing you'll see is the transform button, and it just moves. Wait, let me just do this. Let's see there. So transform button, it basically just moves whatever it is you have on the layer. Next is the magic wand. It's kind of like the selection tool, but for, you know, dummies, for small brains. I'm kidding, maybe, I don't know. I'm so very awkward. Basically the magic tool, no, the magic wand tool selects things automatically. You don't have to do things yourself, it just happens. Next is the lasso, and you use the lasso if you want to select something specific. So let's say I want to select this thing here, and I find that this works best with the transform tool because you can just, you know, move that specific part that you want. And also this is really good if you want to just erase that certain part, or if you just want to color a certain part. There. So she now has a pink spot on her face. Next one is, let me just go back and delete that. Oh, I might as well teach you guys what's the buttons here. So this one is the set. And basically, if I want to select that, I want to select that, you know, you can only select one. But if you go add, you can select two at the same time. So, see? It's easy. Next one is subtract. See, let's say I don't want that part. And if I choose the subtract option, bam, it's gone. Don't have to worry about that. And then transform there. And then they also have this invert area selection. So basically, instead of only this area here, the eyes and the pink spot on her face, instead of only those areas being erased, now that I've selected invert selection area, the parts that I can change are the parts outside of them. So as you can see, I can erase everything around her except for her eyes and her pink blush. Sorry if I'm speaking weirdly. There. And then next we have the filter. I'm not going to go through this one by one because it's gonna take me a long time to make and I don't have the luxury of time. I'm not even sure if my audio is recording, but I'm gonna go with it because I don't have time. But basically, the filter button is where you can change the colors, um, tone curve, hue, saturation, lightness, all of that. They also have the option to auto paint, which is pretty cool. But I'm not gonna do a tutorial about that now. But if you guys want, then just comment down below. Next is the brush, and this is the thing that we used earlier, and this is the button that you will use or you will always use while using this app. Next is the eraser, and just as the name suggests, it erases things. Next we have the smudge. So, it smudges colors. That's it. That's all it does. It smudges colors. I used to use this to blend. Now I don't. But, fun fact about me, I used to use the smudge button to mix colors. I don't know if it still works. Anyway, next is the blur. I also used to use this to I also used to use this to blend. See, it's kind of blending. Not really, but it's kind of. Sorry, excuse me. Next is the bucket, and it fills the color of a closed off area. And I don't really. Let me make closed off area for a bit. There, we have this circle. There. It's not perfect. Let me make another one. Boop. There. And then grab the bucket tool and do that. Boop, boop, boop. There. Now I've filled out that whole area. It's really important that when you're drawing, again, I had to stop because everything is so loud. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah. When you're drawing, it's really important that you make the lines and make the ends meet, because if you're gonna use the bucket tool and you don't the lines don't meet, then it's not going to properly fill up the area. It's just going to ruin everything. There. And that's not what you want. No, no, no. And then the next one we have the text button, text option, and basically, it does what it does. It's a text button. Oh my god. Ooh, there. Boom. Done. Boom. I'm making sounds because I feel awkward. There I go. Oh my god. Ooh. And the next one we have frame divider. Ibispaint was made in mind for comic, manga, or comic makers, whatever you want to call it. So the way you use it is you do that. Wait, add frame, yes, that's what I wanted to do. And then with select, oh wait, no, frame divider, you can divide the frames like that. And it's really easy, but I haven't actually made a comic here. Never tried to. But anyway, there you go. It's useful if you want to make comic. Let's delete that layer for now. And then check, we have the eyedropper tool, and it takes the color that you tap. So if I want this specific shade of pink, then I just tap it and then I have that shade. Next is the canvas, and it just changes the canvas size, trims, it rotates, all of that. Next is the settings. Now in the settings, is where you can further customize the app to however you want. So, also, I would like to mention the features that Ibispaint has. Ibispaint supports stylus, says. So if you have an Apple Pencil, you're in luck. I don't, because I use Android. But if you have an Apple Pencil, good for you. Sorry about that. Next, literally any stylus that literally any stylus that's Bluetooth can connect here and you can use it. Yeah. So let's say I'm finished with my drawing. Boop. I kind of want to add materials to it. Wait, no, what am I saying? No. Okay, so this finger here, this one is a stabilizer. Basically what it does is it stabilizes whatever you draw. So let's say you have shaky fingers and you're drawing circles like that. Boop, that's not, see, it smoothens out. Boop, there, perfect. That was after, and then you also have the real-time version, and basically it just smoothens out whatever you draw as you're drawing it. Well, in the after one is it smoothens it out after. There we go. Boop. It's really good for if you, I don't know how to draw hearts, sorry. Boop, boop, boop. This is a shoe now. Boop, boop, boop. Next is this one, and it's the ruler option. You can use it to make straight lines. Wait, no, sorry. Straight lines. You can use it to make circles. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, sorry. Boop. And then you can use it to add elliptical shapes. I'm just reading what it says there. Elliptical shapes. Boop, boop. And you can also use it to add symmetry and dimensions. Let me just boop, 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 boop. See? You can use it if you're like making a room or something and you want it to look sorry, neighbors. Thin walls, man. Anyway, next is the materials button, and this is really ideal if you're making manga, because you can just choose this and see it even has those reactions and these two like backgrounds. There you go. Then this is your undo and redo buttons, and let's say, hey, I'm done, so you just press this button here on the lower right side corner. Well, I don't really know direction anymore, but just press that one on the low corner of the screen, and let's say, hey, I like that, I'm finished. So you press, oh wait, no, sorry. You press this triangle thingy, because another good feature about Ibispaint is that it automatically records your drawing. So you just press that sideways triangle and there you go. A speed paint of the thing that you made. So let's say, hey, I'm done, I'm finished. You tap those three buttons and you can also save the video and you just choose whatever you want to do. This information thingy circle is you can change the name, description, tags, and you can also upload this. You can upload it on YouTube, Twitter, and Ibispaint has its own Facebook. Ibispaint has its own website, and basically, let's say, no wait, sorry, what? Let's go back, and then the two things here, these guys, online gal. I'm not gonna press this now because the screen is too tiny, and I pressed it earlier and it barely showed anything. So this is like kind of like Twitter, only for their drawings. And these things the things you see here are from online gallery. They're from other users. You can also view them. And sorry again for stopping. Loudness, people. Yeah. But anyway, you can save these pictures because they also have the option to download them here, online gallery. But you have to log into your Twitter or Facebook, and then when you're finished downloading, it will show up in your collections. And I don't have videos right now. I don't have downloaded things from other creators. But anyway, that's it. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I'd like to apologize for the shit quality of my microphone. I don't even know if it's recording, but bye.